Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Well, Mo Bimpe has finally reacted to the ongoing crisis of Yomi Fabiyi and his marriage. Well, the popular blogger called Just Lover mentioned Mo Bimpe's name, saying that one of the reasons why Mo Bimpe and Yomi Fabiyi are not seeing each other, are not on good terms, is because Yomi Fabiyi made advances towards Mo Bimpe, and of course Mo Bimpe rejected it, more like sex for role kind of thing. Well, in one of the question and answer session with fans, a fan asked Mo Bimpe, saying, "Is it true that you and Yomi did fight because of sex for role?" Responding to that, Mo Bimpe said, "No, in fact, he didn't ask me out till we finished his movie I featured in. Though he said if he knew I was going to turn him down, then he would have done that before shooting the movie. We don't relate because he insisted on either dating me or being enemies, and I had to choose." End quote. This was the response from Mo Bimpe to the fan. Of course, it's as good as saying indirectly. If she had said no initially to the advances of Yomi Fabiyi before casting her for a particular role, a lead role in one of Yomi Fabiyi's movie, which actually shot Mo Bimpe into limelight, Yomi Fabiyi would have reconsidered, because in his own statement he mentioned that he had already finished his audition, he had cast everyone before Mo Bimpe showed interest in the movie he was about to produce. He said further that he only allowed her because, as a fan and one who is interested in acting, he decided to encourage her casting her in the movie, stating that he's an adult and at the same time Mo is an adult. As they are both adults, there's nothing wrong in sexual advances. But I said he thank God that it is not even sexual harassment, it is just sexual attraction between the two of us. And yes, he said no. And in his own words, he said the reason why he is angry with Mo Bimpe is because Mo Bimpe went behind him, spoke to some of his crew members, his sponsors, to work on production. He said after the movie in 2015, he never set his eyes on Mo Bimpe till 2019, and in that period of time she had shot 3 movies to his surprise, and that is one of the reasons why he got angry with Mo Bimpe. Well, what brought about all this explanation was when a fan also called the attention of Mo Bimpe to Yomi Fabiyi, stating that, "Why is this guy always trying to bully you?" Mo Bimpe said yes, she's aware of all the bullying and the threats, she just decided to ignore him, and that Yomi is just paying because she did not fulfill his sexual desires. The matter of Okoyabo movie crisis surfaced on social media. Mo Bimpe shared and expressed shock, saying, "I'm so ashamed. How on earth can somebody do this, Sai?" And in further explanation about being bullied by Yomi Fabiyi because of his sexual advances, she said, "I'm aware. I just decided to always ignore. The major reason is because I didn't make myself available for his sexual needs, despite how much he tried. But doing this to a child is just too much." This was Mo Bimpe responding to the fan who called our attention to some of Yomi's posts making passes at Mo Bimpe. Well, on the other hand, this was what Yomi had to say. He said, "Knows exactly what she did that made me change towards her. I'm an adult and I'm free to be sexually attracted to anybody. At least I'm thankful to God that she never said I forced her. There is nothing that says that she has automatic role in my movie. I do not know the kind of entitlement she has to think she can always feature in my movies. I will take the time to explain what she did. The first thing she did that made me change towards her was that I brought her into the industry in 2015, and on the last day of the movie shot in 2015 she left, and I did not set my eyes on her until January 2019. In between that, he had shot 3 movies. I do not know what kind of relationship she built with my sponsor, production manager and cinematographer. All I just heard was that she was planning a production behind me. What an audacity. I brought you into the industry because I wanted her to be great and known. I wanted her to have a career. So why was she cutting corners? At the end of the day, she called to tell me that she had a job for me. I told her that the person she gave the job, she knew him through me because he was my production manager. That was why I cut that person off from my production forever. She hijacked all my backbones without consulting me. If she had asked me, I would not have stopped her. Why are you stealing what is yours? Several other things transpired, but she can continue to tie it around the fact that she did not give in to my sexual advances. Ask her if she made sexual advances to me, not vice versa. I did not notice her first. She was the one that noticed me. Besides, if we did make advances at each other, we are both adults. The most important thing is that there was no force. Do not make it look like because I'm an actor, I do not have a right to have emotions or sexual feelings. Sexual attraction is different from sexual harassment. We need to educate these young people. We are talking about sexual harassment and she is talking about toasting. Is that not silly? How did she get a major role in one of my movies? She never came to me to learn about movies. She did not do any audition. I had already concluded my audition. She came to me as a fan and I decided to encourage her. End quote. This was Yomi Fabiyi explaining his own side of the story. Speaking more in an exclusive interview with Central Public, Yomi Fabiyi shed more light as to how he first noticed Mo Bimpe. In his words, he said the very first notice of her was when she commented on one of my posts in 2016 and was showing her admiration for my movies, and until I mentioned Umiadagun as my first, which she retorted she was a fan of the said movie but never knew I also produced that. We get talking and I inquired about her. She informed me she was performing a youth service in Benin. As of then, I had already finished my audition for my next project, Adedimeji, and selected those I am likely to use. I found her attractive then and she met part of the requirements I needed in the major role then. I asked if she has an interest in movies and she said she heard about the audition late and would have applied. I asked her to send me a monologue to check through first. She did respond in less than an hour. I changed my mind that I was going to give her a chance and career, even though she said her next pursuit may be to travel abroad, as getting a job is not easy in Nigeria. I asked if she tried with see me anytime she travels to Lagos for a photo shoot. I can tutor her and guide her with the script and acting. She came twice or thrice. I could remember taking her to Odunfa, and once I met her in a photo shoot in Ogudu GRA and one studio in Iwaya. I just have the feeling if I give her the opportunity, she will grow. And lo and behold, I starred her in her first ever movie, Adedimeji, and since the day we finished the movie shoot in December 2016, I never set my eyes on her till January 2019, and after that 2019 till 2022, I have only set my eyes on her twice, and all on a movie set, and that is how it is. What most need is that first opportunity. You consolidate on it. End quote. This was Yomi Fabiyi explaining his own side of the story and how the first advances was made towards him by Mo Bimpe. Well, this is not the first time Yomi Fabiyi will be explaining that part, as most of the women are the one always making advances towards him before he decides to hop on the train. Well, guys, there you have it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye.